Hey guys, so I've had a bit of a roller coaster ride with this show. For those of you who don't know, I posted a video on my YouTube channel. In fact, I posted several videos in which I was expressing my excitement about Cloak and Dagger becoming a live-action TV series. And this was one of the shows that I was looking forward to the most this year. And then finally, I posted a video giving my first thoughts, my first impressions of the pilot, of the two-part pilot episode. And for the most part, I have to say that this show had a really great, solid pilot episode, or episodes, if you want to count it as two separate episodes as opposed to a two-parter. So that happened. Pilot came out, it was great, I was really looking forward to seeing the rest of it, and then the next 4 episodes of Cloak and Dagger were boring as balls. Now, to be clear here, the show has a whole lot of quality to it. It's really well made, the production quality is really good, the cinematography is really good, the actors are great. No complaints there, but the pacing is shit. It's just slow as hell, hardly anything happens, and when it does, and when something does happen, something supernatural, something fantastic happens, it's very quick. It's very quick, excuse me, and and it's not worth it. It's not worth sitting through 20 minutes of dribble and slow-moving melodrama to get to these few fleeting moments that are like the comic. You feel robbed every time. In the season finale, there's a moment when Cloak shows up to save Dagger from somebody who's about to attack her, and she says, "Took you long enough." That should be the tagline to the show. Took you long enough for something to happen, for Dagger to use her light daggers, for Cloak to use his mist, for something to fucking happen in the show. Took you long enough. So yeah, 2 great episodes in the pilot, 4 boring, pretty much uneventful episodes after that, and then the 7th episode, Lotus Eaters, or Lotus Eater, I can't remember if it was plural or singular, that one was great. That is easily the best episode of the series. Now, for those of you who don't know which one I'm talking about, it's the one where Cloak and Dagger go inside the mind of Hess. He is the one and only survivor of the Roxxon explosion. And in the real world, he is a vegetable. He doesn't move, he is just frozen in place. But in his brain, he is reliving the moments before the explosion happened, over and over and over again in a loop. And Cloak and Dagger have to figure out how to get him, how to break the loop, and bring him back to the real world, so he can help them stop Roxxon. That episode was excellent. I wish the show would have been comprised of more cool sci-fi oriented episodes like that one, but it wasn't. And then after episode 7, the show pretty much continued with the same slow-paced, uneventful style of storytelling. How did I feel about the finale? I'll tell you at the end of this video. But for now, I have to say that overall the show was okay. It wasn't as bad as Agent Carter, but it was definitely slow-paced and boring, and Iron Fist was definitely a more entertaining show, even though it was still bad for many, many reasons. Agree, disagree is fine. The one thing where I feel that we can all agree is that Inhumans is Marvel's worst show thus far. I think we're all on the same page on that one. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Cloak and Dagger is somewhere in between Agent Carter and Iron Fist as far as quality. Better than Agent Carter, not as good as Iron Fist. And again, Iron Fist was not that good of a show. But like I said, this show has a lot of redeeming qualities. And one of them being the actors. The actors are magnificent. Olivia Holt, Aubrey Joseph, excellent young performers. Aubrey had this great moment. I'm pretty sure that it's either the penultimate episode, if not the last one, where he delivers this awesome speech about all the pressures that society puts on him as a young black man. And how much that frustrates him and how he's sick of conforming to all these demands that are placed upon him, what is expected of him, to pull up his pants, take down his hoodie. And it was just a great, great speech, and it hit me hard. I was like, yeah, he's right, man. So much pressure, so much weight is placed upon a young black man's shoulders, and most people will never fucking understand. And he just delivered that so beautifully. A character that is usually very reserved and not very emotional, but like I said when I talked about the pilot episodes, when the emotion comes out, it comes out like lava. You know, just hot and strong and powerful, and it just melts everything in sight. And it resonates. It resonates when a big emotional moment comes out of Audrey Joseph as Ty Johnson, aka Cloak. So again, I love these actors. I think they're great. They do a good job. I just wish the show had better pacing, was more entertaining. And a lot of people are like, oh, but it's okay if it takes its time. It's okay if it's stylized. Yes, if it was any other type of show, but with this being a comic book based show, which is based on a comic book series that is action packed and exciting and really fantastic, it's just a disservice to the comic, guys. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I agree that there is a time and a place to be stylized, slow-paced, and avant-garde. It's just that this show can be all those things and still be entertaining and still be action-oriented and still be fun, okay? Like, for example, Daredevil is a very grounded, gritty show, and it's very stylized in a lot of ways. But the third scene into the first episode is Daredevil saving a bunch of women from a human trafficking ring down at the docks, and he beats the shit out of a bunch of criminals. I started talking too fast there, don't know why. Again, entertainment. Yeah, be stylized, be avant-garde, be slow-paced, but please lead to something. Lead to something exciting and fun and energetic. Otherwise, people are going to start tuning off. And believe me, there were many a times during this season where I wanted to just turn it off and walk away. But I love these characters so much that I kept giving it another chance and another chance and another chance. So the big threat this season was the dark energy, which was coming out of the earth. That's what Roxxon was really drilling for. It wasn't oil. And how it would infect people, and they would turn into what they called terrors, or what I like to refer to as Zack Snyder zombies, because they were zombies, but they ran fast. That's fine. I have no problem with that being the threat. My issue with it is that they should have introduced the terrors a lot earlier in the season. Way early, like second, maybe third episode. Okay? They should have established that something was happening to the citizens of New Orleans and that Roxxon was covering it up. And then through their investigations, Ty and Tandy would come across, these zombified people. Which, again, fits in perfectly with the mysticism of New Orleans. The idea of zombies and voodoo and all that stuff fits in perfectly. So no issues with the zombie people. It's just, wish they would have introduced them earlier, and more importantly, I wish they would have used them better, okay? They have scores upon scores of enemies for Cloak and Dagger to fight. The 2 fight scenes they had with the terrors throughout the season maybe lasted collectively 2 minutes at the most. 2 minutes and a half, if we're lucky. Very, very short. I was hoping to see in the finale just one kick-ass 5-minute fight scene between Cloak and Dagger and just a horde of terrors, and it didn't happen. It's just boom, boom, boom. They fought a few, and then they left, and that's it. And Dagger was fighting some in one scene, and then Detective O'Reilly came in with a sniper rifle and saved her, and they ran away. Which leads me to talk about the finale. No, the finale was not good. Earlier this year, I complained about the finale of Black Lightning. how it was weak. It wasn't bad, it was weak. I also complained about the finale of Supergirl, that it was a disservice to the season, and I said that it was bad. This was worse, okay? At least the Supergirl finale was exciting, at least it was fun, at least it was well-paced, at least they tied up all the loose ends. Here, they just left a lot of plot threads just dangling in the wind. They kept talking about how they, you know, they were these two special people, the sainted ones, you know, and Ty's girlfriend and her mom kept talking about it over and over again. Didn't really pay off. She said, oh, one of you is going to die. One of them didn't die. They both lived. They were fine. The show was slow until it was time to defeat Connors and stop the dark energy. The moment those two things started, boom, the show took off like a bullet, and those things went by and ended and were concluded so freaking fast that I have to rewind it and watch it again. Ty's darkness, Cloak's darkness, and the fact that the mist comes out of him and can consume other people and makes them, you know, like a monster, like a heroic monster, was never addressed until he defeated Connors in the most convenient way possible without knowing how to control it. He just consumed him, and that was that. And they didn't sweat it. The end. And then, of course, the way they got rid of the dark energy was by teleporting it away by using a combination of Cloak's mist and Dagger's light. They've never did that before. Not even a little, not even something remotely similar to that. That should have been established, that they had the ability to do that, but they never tried it at that huge of a scale. But again, that was pretty much the whole show. It's like slow, and then boom, something happens. And it kills me that in 9 episodes, they didn't take the time to establish or elaborate on a lot of these things that ended up playing a major role in the final episode. So, no, the finale was not good, okay? Believe it or not, the Supergirl finale, Supergirl Season 3 finale was actually better, as much as I complained about it. So there you go. The only character that I really liked was Mina Hess, played by Ali Mackey. Most of you know her better from the TV show Wrecked. Loved her character, loved how she was this super smart scientific hippie. I loved it. And then she kind of fizzled out. They barely did anything with her. It looked like she was going to play a major role at the end, but then she got zombified, and then Cloak came in, electrocuted her with a stun gun, and she was gone. And it pissed me off because she was so good. So, as of San Diego Comic-Con 2018, it has been confirmed that this show is coming back for a second season. Will I check out Season 2? Yes, I love Cloak and Dagger so much that I'm going to give this show, not 1, not 2, but 3 more chances. I will watch 3 more episodes, and that's it. And then I'm done. If those 3 episodes are not good, if they don't pick up the pace, if they don't address all the problems that I've talked about in this video, I am done. Also, really funny, one of the selling points for Season 2 is that the villainess, Mayhem, will be either the main antagonist or one of the antagonists in Season 2. And they keep promoting it with the word Mayhem on the title. Cloak and Dagger. Mayhem. The character of Mayhem is fine. She's a fine villain. But she's not really much of a selling point. She's not that big of a villain. You know, like when Punisher was going to be in Daredevil Season 2, that was a selling point. When Venom was going to be in Spider-Man 3, that was a selling point. When the Joker was going to be in Dark Knight, that was a selling point. Mayhem? Not really, okay? She's not the worst. She's not a bad villain. She's okay. But she could be better. Some people consider her to be an anti-hero, because what she does is that she kills criminals, but in horrific ways. But to tell you the honest to God truth, Typhoid Mary being the villain in Iron Fist Season 2 is a hell of a lot more exciting than Mayhem being the villain in Cloak and Dagger Season 2. But here's the upside of this. The actress who's playing her, who plays Bridget O'Reilly, Emma Lahana, I want to say is her name. I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Great actor. So I'm sure she's going to do a good job. Hopefully her character will be written well and adapted well, because she's a great actor and we know that she can deliver the goods. But we'll see, we'll find out. Like I said, next year I'm going to check out 3 episodes, and if they suck, I am done with this show. I'm sorry, Cloak and Dagger. I hung in there as long as I can. I don't want to go through the same experience that I went through with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where I stuck around with the show for 4 fucking seasons. And those were 4 fucking disappointments of hours and hours and hours that I sat there watching that show only to be disappointed every single stinking time. So there you go. Those are my thoughts of Cloak and Dagger Season 1. Agree, disagree, feel free to say so in the comments section below. As per usual, thank you so much, guys. Right now, I am working every free moment that I have to complete the honest review of Batman Ninja for you guys. Just hang in there. It'll be up any day now. Just be a little bit more patient with me. I am trying. My schedule is an asshole. And as per usual, thank you so much for your ongoing support, because I could not do what I do without you.